Tansi, bonjour. I'm David Bouchard, Metis author, poet, father, educator, and a friend of Ryan Bresser, who's here conducting a bit of an interview and a come meet me in my home situation, and I'm thrilled and honored to be part of this process. Good morning from Victoria, British Columbia. Like so many Metis, I'm from the prairie, and like so many Metis, there's nothing normal or average about me. I was born in the north of Saskatchewan. My dad was from a little town called Bouchard, a Metis community that the Catholic Church managed to direct elsewhere. It was something that happened in Saskatchewan years ago. And frankly, I didn't know my dad was from Bouchard until one day I said, "Dad, did you know there was a little Metis community near St. Front, our hometown?" And he said, "What's it called?" And I said, "It's called Bouchard." And he smiled and winked and he said, "Son, I was born in Bouchard. That was our home." And I said, "Why didn't you ever tell me that?" There's just so many things that I should have known that I just didn't know, like so many people. He thought I'd do better if I were white. And I deserved to know my ancestors, my ancestry. And I deserved to know that my grandpa was a jigger and could jig with a plate on his head and could fiddle. I deserved to know that they used to have Metis people come and réveillon with them. And I didn't know any of those things. I didn't know any of those things till I was in my mid-40s. And it's a real sad thing.
So you say that you didn't really know much about your heritage until you were into your 40s. How did that understanding or reawakening come about?
Oh, Ryan, 85% of the Métis people in Victoria are like me, people whose family didn't share, didn't want to know, didn't. And it was something that happened to us as a nation over a long period of time. We would do better if we were white. Subsequently, our Aboriginal roots were hid from us. We just didn't talk about Grandma and Grandpa. We didn't care to know. And even with a lot of the old folks in our community, they don't want to go there. I always say if you're one of those few Métis people who have been lucky enough to hear your grandparents speak Michif, or if you're one of them who's been lucky enough to know that your grandma's name was Marie Racette, and that she was Menominee, you're very, very lucky. Because there are so many of us who start to scratch at a door and open it, and it's for different reasons. Sometimes it comes from a rumor, sometimes it comes from, but usually I believe it comes from one of our ancestors that pushes us, forces us to go look. And in my case, I find it absolutely astonishing that not more of our family, that no one within our family has taken or made the time to go and find out the source of who we are. I started to write books about things that I shouldn't know. I started to write books about life on the reserve. And I started to write books about Aboriginal customs and values and priorities. And an elder came to me one day and said, "David, that book that you wrote about life on the White Bear Reserve, who told you those things?" And I said to the woman, nobody really told me. I write from my imagination, my heart. And she said, "Do you really not understand?" And I said, what? And she said, "When a cat goes to the bathroom, it buries its droppings. Dogs don't. How does a cat know to do that? How do bears know to sleep through the winter or birds to fly south?" And I said, "Well, it's instinct." And she said, "Are you not an animal, David?" And I said, "No, I'm a higher order, I'm a man." And she said, "That's why amongst men we don't call it we call it inherited memories. It's not instinct. You've inherited memories from your ancestors. And David, these things that you write, they come to you not from your imagination, they're coming to you from your heart, from the memories that you've inherited, and it would be a good thing if you knew who your teacher was." Whoa, Ryan, it just threw me over. And from that point onward, my whole life has been dedicated to coming to know why I dream, the dreams I dream. And if you, Ryan Bresser, share something in common with me, it's probably something that moves you to make yours, making the music you make. I say to Métis people, don't slow down. We're on a roll. Let's not slow down. Let's encourage our young artists. Let's encourage our young writers. Let's encourage our young musicians. Let's encourage those who might be one of us to find those dreams and those bloodlines. Let's keep going. We're on a roll. We're doing real well.